It's like somebody here is running for president. It's not me, man. Welcome, and first thing I'd like to do is say thank you to our host today. This is a brand new facility, and we're getting a good look at it here in the Wayfarer Coffee Roaster. We appreciate very much all of you being here on such short notice for this very important day. It's hard to underestimate the importance of what is being announced today on many, many levels. I'm proud to have the privilege of being the mayor of Laconia every day, but today I am obviously especially proud. And my job here is to introduce Randy, which I'll do in a second, but first I'd like to just pause for a moment and recognize the fact that we have at least 4 that I know of former mayors in the audience today, and I would like to point those out to you, and that would be Rod Dyer, and Matt Lady. I'm going chronologically here from memory, and Mike Engler. It's been pointed out to me that I have a habit of recognizing former mayors in any audience that I'm at, and I guess that's because I aspire to be one myself. So without any further comment from me, it is my pleasure to introduce to you for this major announcement Randy Eifert. I think most of you probably know Randy. For those of you who don't, Randy is the manager of the Laconia Cross Insurance Agency over on Court Street. And more importantly today, he is the chairman of the Belknap Economic Development Council's Board of Directors. Randy.
Yep, start talking. You'll be all right.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? No. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mr. Mayor, for the introduction. And welcome everybody as well. I'm very pleased to have you here on this exciting announcement. I also want to thank the restaurant, the cafe, or actually Wayfarer Coffee Roasters is the name. And I want to thank them for the space. It's a great space, especially on this rainy day. So I wanted to introduce those 3 owners quickly, and they're here. I think Ruben is right here behind the wall there. Raise your hand, Ruben. And his wife, that's Karen. Karen Bassett and Ruben Bassett. And their other partner in this business is Ben Burwell. This is a great location for many reasons. One, just to see what they've done here, but also if you could tell us a little bit about your business, what's your theme and where you're going.
Yeah, so welcome everyone to our space. We're excited to have everyone in here and show off what we're pretty proud of and what we've done with the space. Our group has a strong history of supporting downtown through opening businesses, and we're excited to add another one to that. So this is kind of my wife's vision for a while now, and Ben and I get to help with that. And so we get to roast coffee here in-house and have a nice cafe and do some simple food, and we're excited to be a part of downtown and see what happens then.
Thank you. It's a great example of young entrepreneurs taking a risk downtown, which is something I think we're all happy to see. The name of the business, the Wayfarer, I don't know if there's a reason for that. It's I love the name. I looked it up in the dictionary because I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but that's that sure. And the definition is a person who travels from place to place, usually by walking. And I think that's appropriate for many reasons. and it sort of is a symbol of where we are today, I think, as well. I think for some of us, this has been a long road. Some longer for some than others. It's been a journey, maybe a metaphor of what's happening today. For the Game of Thrones fan, if there is one out there, it's almost like a trek from King's Landing to Castle Black. And if you're not a Game of Thrones fan, it's just a long way. This is a long road. And I think we're all wayfarers in some way, and we're at the end of this particular leg of this journey today. The most recent leg I want to mention just started back 2 years ago. Belknap BCEDC, many of you know, we do loans. We have a revolving loan fund. We support startup businesses, entrepreneurs. We've been involved in workforce development, and recently as well as we put up a website for interns and high school kids to learn about what's available in the Lakes region. But lately, we created a fourth goal, fourth strategy that we've developed, and it began back in 2013, and I believe it was Ed, the mayor, as well as Carmen Lorenz, who sort of spoke together. Ed's a board member of ours, and at the time he was a board member, and Carmen Lorenz right here in front was our executive director, and it sort of was the genesis of getting some redevelopment activity going. Our loan activity was sort of slowing down, and we figured, what else can we do? We needed to be more impactful in what we do. We wanted to create a more vibrant economy. We wanted to have a strategy more wide, okay, we thought we were missing out on something to help the community. Redevelopment has potential not only to contribute to the character and culture of the city, but also serves as an economic driver for the neighborhoods and the overall Lakes region as well. We thought it was time to move the needle, and so we started in January of last year, 2014, with a strategy session. I see Rusty just got here. Rusty was involved in that. Rusty McClear from Meredith. Linda Harvey was not here. I didn't see her. She was helpful in that regard. And we had a new strategy session. We developed a fourth strategy. Belknap BDC would now become a proactive catalyst, partner, investor, an owner in property development that enhances the quality of place or economic opportunity in Belknap County. Later that year, Henry Lippman just came in as well. He became our chair, took over for Sean Sullivan, and he formed a redevelopment subcommittee. We engaged Jack Dugan from Keene, from Mananac Development Council, who basically redevelops properties. He prepared a feasibility study for us, which we got just this past year. And we were looking at primarily 3 different buildings in downtown Laconia as a starting point. We had a board retreat this past April. We wanted to review the study, and we narrowed our focus to 1 building. The board voted last month to negotiate an 18-month option on that property. And just this month, we decided, and we met again, and the board voted to negotiate outright a purchase and begin to move the needle. We signed the purchase and sale agreement Friday at around 5 o'clock after setting up a separate LLC for holding the property. So as of last Friday, we're under agreement, hence the meeting today, to close on the building across the street, Colonial Theater. Okay, that's great. I was wondering what was going to happen. So we look to close by July 17th. It's a quick close. It's a cash deal. I'll let the mayor speak to some of the specifics about the deal, but we're basically looking at using state and federal grants. We're allowed to do that as a private nonprofit. We can use a lot of avenues on getting tax credits, historic tax credits, and new market tax credits. It's going to be a big project. The plan is to renovate it to its original state. project requires that we own the property for 7 years. At that time, we can dispose of part of it. We can sell off the residential, sell off the commercial, sell off the Colonial Theater if we wanted to. So there's options there, but I'll let the mayor speak more to that. At this point, I just want to thank a few more people, then I can hand it off to back to the mayor. But it's quite apparent that this day, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. And Belknap BCEDC, we're very proud to have been taking a leading role in this collaborative effort, which is only possible because of the involvement of so many other people, many in this room, dedicated volunteers that came before us. Those that have tried in the past to bring back the theater and did not do it, they did not fail, in my opinion. They were just setting the groundwork for today. They will also be an integral part, we feel, in going forward from today for the future planning and the implementation of this project. I'd like to thank specifically Carmen, again, for starting it off 2 years ago, Rusty and Linda for joining us in that brainstorming strategic session. We'd have to thank the mayor and council, city manager Scott Myers as well. They've been great to work with this year. They've been incredible, actually. The things they brought forward to the table to help make this deal happen, it wouldn't have happened, especially the mayor. Ed, without Ed, we would not be here today without Ed, no question about it. So thank you. The last few weeks we've been trying to keep this under tight wraps, of course, and we've been working closely with some free labor, which has been great. We're a nonprofit, so we appreciate that. Kevin Sullivan of Stephen Weeks Realty and Stephen Weeks himself have been helping us negotiate the deal. This is a non-broker deal, so there's no commission to any broker on this deal. Kevin, as a citizen of Laconia, and he's been involved in this, downtown for years, offered that up, and he's been great to work with. And he was also very critical to getting this deal done. So thank you, Kevin. I think I saw Kevin. I'd like to also thank John Gear. John is a partner at Westcott Law, and he's on our board. He's actually our vice chairman. And because of that, we get free law services. And so John's been great. He's actually, set up the LLC to own the building. I think it's going to be called 609 Main Street LLC. And John helped set that up, and he also helped the right to purchase. He said we're going to get that. There's obviously too many people that have helped pave the way all these years. I mean, many of you know there was efforts 4 years ago, in 2011, I think it was, that did not come to fruition. So many people involved in that, the Friends of the Colonial Theater, it was, I think the name of the group was, led by Rod Dyer, and I think Carmen was either a member or an advisor to that group. So Rod Dyer, thank you so much for all the work you've laid before us to help. I'd like to thank our county commissioners and our county delegation. Of course, without them, they are one of our main funders, Belknap BCEDC. They've been supportive of us all along the way, helping work toward all of our goals, including redevelopment. And we look forward to this being our first of many projects that we undertake in the next 5, 10, or 20 years.